Finding a good laptop on a tight budget feels harder than it should be. There are dozens of options, specs that don't mean much without context, and a real risk of spending money on something that frustrates you 6 months in. In this video, I'm breaking down 7 of the best budget laptops you can buy right now, covering who each one is best for and what you actually get for the money. Let's get into it, starting with the HP 14, and this one leads with portability. The design is thin and light, with a slim 6.5mm bezel, around a 1/4-inch HD display, and it comes in a clean, snowflake white finish. Under the hood, you've got an Intel Celeron N4020 dual-core processor with Intel UHD graphics 600. That's enough for streaming, web browsing, document work, and light multitasking. It ships with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of eMMC storage, so this isn't a machine for heavy workloads, but for everyday tasks it holds its own. It comes with Windows 11 Home pre-installed and includes a year of Microsoft 365, which is a nice bonus at this price. If you want a compact, portable Windows laptop for basic daily use and don't need a lot of processing muscle, the HP 14 is a solid starting point. If this is helping you narrow down your options, a quick like helps the video reach more people looking for the same answers. The HP Chromebook 14 is the pick for students who need reliable all-day battery life without worrying about a Windows setup. It runs Chrome OS, which boots fast, supports Google Play apps, and works with Google Assistant right out of the box. The processor is a quad-core Intel Celeron N4120, a step up from the HP 14, paired with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of eMMC storage. The 1/4-inch anti-glare display is comfortable for long work sessions, and battery life reaches up to 14 hours with HP fast charge support. Port selection is practical: USB-C, USB-A, HDMI, and a headphone jack. It weighs 3.24 pounds, carries an Energy Star certification, and comes with a 1-year limited warranty. If your workflow lives in Google Docs, YouTube, and the browser, this Chromebook covers everything without any unnecessary complexity. The Dell Latitude 3190 is a renewed model, which means you're getting a business-grade machine at a budget price. It's compact at 11.6 inches with a touchscreen display running at 1366x768, and it weighs just 2.79 pounds, making it easy to carry around. The quad-core Intel Celeron N4100 handles everyday tasks well with 4 GB of DDR4 RAM and 64 GB of eMMC storage. Connectivity includes HDMI, USB, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and a built-in webcam. It also has a trackpoint pointing device, which is a feature usually found on higher-end Lenovo and Dell business laptops. Being a renewed unit, it comes with a 90-day limited warranty. The specs are modest, but the build quality is above what you'd normally expect at this price point. A good option if durability and portability matter more to you than raw performance. If you need more performance without jumping to a mid-range price, the Acer Aspire Go 15 is the most capable laptop on this list. It's powered by an 8-core Intel Core 3N355 processor with 8 GB of DDR5 RAM and 128 GB of UFS storage. That combination makes a noticeable difference in how quickly it handles multitasking and boot-up times. The 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display has narrow bezels and blue light shield built in. And there's a 720p webcam with AI-powered noise reduction for video calls. It runs Windows 11 Home in S mode with a dedicated Copilot key, supports Wi-Fi 6, and includes USB-C with both DisplayPort and 45W charging, plus HDMI 2.1. The chassis uses recycled materials, and it carries an EPEAT Gold registration. For anyone who needs a capable everyday machine that handles more demanding tasks without crossing into mid-range pricing, the Aspire Go 15 stands out clearly from the rest of this list. The Lenovo 100E is a renewed Chromebook built for the classroom, and it's about as practical as budget laptops get. At 11.6 inches, it's compact and easy to carry. The spill-resistant keyboard is a thoughtful feature for students, and the build is designed to handle everyday bumps and drops. It runs Chrome OS on a dual-core Intel Celeron N4020 with 4 GB of DDR4 RAM. Storage is 16 GB of eMMC, which is the most limited on this list, but Chrome OS is built to work around that by keeping most things in the cloud. Connectivity includes Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB-C with video output, and a built-in webcam. It comes with a 90-day refurbished warranty. If you're buying for a younger student or need something simple, lightweight, and affordable that won't see heavy storage demands, the Lenovo 100E is a sensible choice. The ASUS Vivobook Go 15 is the multimedia pick on this list, and it brings noticeably better specs than the entry-level options. It's running an AMD Ryzen 3 7320U quad-core processor with integrated Radeon graphics, 8 GB of DDR5 RAM, and a 128 GB SSD. That's a genuinely capable setup for streaming, light photo editing, and everyday productivity. The 15, 6-inch, Full HD, Nano Edge display, has slim bezels, 250 nit brightness, and a 180-degree hinge for flexible positioning. Fast charging comes via a 45W USB-C adapter, and the port selection includes USB-C with display output. There's also a 720p webcam with a physical privacy shutter, Sonic Master audio, and military-grade durability certification. Windows 11 is pre-installed and ready to go. For a budget laptop that handles streaming and light content work without feeling sluggish, the Vivobook Go 15 is one of the stronger options here. Rounding out the list, the Acer Aspire 3, and battery life is where this one sets itself apart. It's built around the same AMD Ryzen 3 7320U quad-core processor as the Vivobook, running up to 4.1 GHz with integrated Radeon graphics, 8 GB of LPDDR5 RAM, and a 128 GB NVMe SSD. The 15 6-inch Full HD IPS display has a matte finish and narrow bezels, which makes it comfortable for extended use. The battery is rated at up to 11 hours, backed by a 48 watt-hour cell and Wi-Fi 6 support for faster, more stable wireless connections. Extra touches include a backlit keyboard, an HD webcam with Acer Purified Voice Noise Reduction, Bluetooth, and HDMI. It runs Windows 11 Home in S mode and weighs 3.9 pounds. If all-day battery life is your main concern and you want solid everyday performance alongside it, the Aspire 3 is the one to look at. Before you make a decision, here are the things that actually matter when buying a budget laptop. Processor is the biggest factor. Celeron processors handle basic tasks fine but will feel sluggish under heavier workloads. If you plan to multitask or use the laptop for anything beyond browsing and documents, look for a Ryzen 3 or an Intel Core 3 instead. RAM and storage go hand in hand. 4 GB of RAM is workable for Chrome OS and light Windows use, but 8 GB gives you noticeably more breathing room. For storage, 64 GB is tight if you're on Windows, so aim for 128 GB if possible, or make sure you're comfortable using cloud storage. Chrome OS versus Windows is a choice worth thinking about. Chromebooks are simpler, faster to set up, and tend to have longer battery life, but they're more limited in software. If you need specific Windows apps, go Windows. If your workflow lives in a browser, Chrome OS is genuinely great. Display quality matters for comfort. A Full HD display at 1920x1080 is meaningfully better than HD at 1366x768 for anything beyond basic tasks. If you spend a lot of time in front of the screen, it's worth the upgrade. Battery life is easy to overlook, but becomes important fast. If portability is a priority, look for something rated at 10 hours or more. If you're in the process of setting up a budget-friendly workstation or study setup, subscribing means you'll get practical, honest comparisons across laptops, accessories, and gear that actually makes sense for the money. No fluff, just useful breakdowns.